And now, earlier this week, I sat down with Lynn Lauder. Lynn is the current chairman of the board of Whitfield County. And now, here's how that went. Hi, and welcome back. I'm actually sitting here with Chairwoman Lynn Lauder. Lynn, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad you come out here today amid this COVID-19 crisis.
Oh, that's right. We need to be sitting.
Oh, yeah, I was good, right? I love it. Well, Lynn, I'm glad you came today, and we'll start off with a few questions. We'll just have a good time.
Thank you.
So let me ask you this. Running for this position, can you sort of just tell me what you bring to the table?
Sure. I can talk about that for a long time. I think there are three things that I bring to the table. First, I'm a small business owner and have been for over 25 years. Second, my education. I have a master's in business from Northwestern University's Kellogg Graduate School of Management. It's a 2-year degree. It took me 4 years because I was pregnant with my second child before I stepped foot on the campus. So it took me 2 babies and 4 years to get that degree, but I did.
Oh, and God bless you.
It's in finance and accounting. But I think the main thing I bring to the table is my experience. I was a commissioner for District 4 for 4 years, and this is my 4th year as chairman. We're living in unprecedented times now, and you need somebody with experience. I think these are very challenging times. So I think it's all three of those things, but mainly my experience. You know, I remember when I went to Athens. You have to go when you get elected before the year you start serving to Athens for some commissioner training.
Yeah.
And you know how I've said unprecedented more times in the last 8 weeks than I have my whole life. Well, when we were down there, I cannot tell you how many times I heard from different commissioners, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? It's kind of like drinking from a fire hose. So I think Whitfield County needs an experienced chairman to guide through this pandemic.
Well, absolutely, and I think that's the truth. Absolutely. You know, these times are super hard, confusing, and difficult right now. And I'm just thankful for all of you guys who keep things running.
Thank you.
I mean, that's just the truth. Now, let me ask you this. What can you offer, let's say us as individuals, or me as a whole, of the people, what do you put on the table for us?
Well, I actually served on the Believe Greater Dalton steering committee. We met for months and months, and the chamber or that committee ended up doing a study. And one of the things in that study showed that 61% of the people in Whitfield County that make over $40,000 a year live outside of our county.
Wow.
So we came up with 6 things we needed to work on. And, you know, what we're trying to do is attract young professionals like you.
Oh, thank you so much.
To live here. You know, I have a daughter that lives here and 2 granddaughters, and I'm very thankful for that. But I also have a son that lives in Austria and a son that lives in Knoxville.
Wow.
So my family's kind of spread out, but we want to make this a vibrant community for the young professionals so that they want to live here, not just work here, but live here.
And absolutely for the years to come. And as years have gone on, Dalton has been seeing, in my opinion, since I actually left a year for college. I got back to Dalton, and it looked like it was new. You know, I mean, the way that we're progressing as a whole, and even as a city and as a county, I love to see it. I mean, seriously, it's wonderful. I think that will end up keeping people here, more businesses that come here. I've seen more businesses coming in, more people opening up, even during this time. And that's just, it's amazing reassurance. I absolutely get what you're saying, and I want people to be here too. I'd like to keep the money here, you know?
That's
absolutely.
right. And so we're working hard on that. One of the initiatives was downtown Dalton, and you've seen some change there. Housing was a big one, and we've had quite a few zoning requests for, you know, housing developments because we have a shortage. And community pride. You know, Whitfield County and Dalton have a lot to offer, and I have to mention Cohutta, Tunnel Hill, and Varnell. And the saying in Cohutta is, ain't no place like Cohutta.
Ain't no place like Cohutta. And
so we want people to live here and enjoy, you know, so you have to spend money to have the recreational facilities and the, you know, to enhance that quality of life for young people to want to
be here, you know, and that's the biggest thing for me too, is that we want them to be here, and I love that. Well, Lynn, it does look like they're signaling me. We're running out of time today. I would thank you so much for coming on today.
Well, thank you for having me, and remember, vote for Lynn Lauder, the experienced chairperson in these challenging times.